Hi folks, Mr. Long here. What we're going to work on right now is some more algebra problems. Specifically today we're going to look at what's called the distributive law, expanding through brackets, and then solving an equation. We're going to do it by looking at rectangles. By the way, this is part C on the worksheet that's related to these screencasts. So here we go. As on all of them, we're going to work through question number 2. So we're going to look at two different rectangles. And what we're going to do is we're going to have those rectangles represented by having a height and a certain width. The height is just going to be a number, but the width is going to be an equation. And in this case, again, in the second rectangle, the height's going to be a certain number and the width's going to be an equation. Altogether, the area of both triangles, when you add the area of each triangle, it's going to be 107. So in other words, 3 length times width, right, or width times height. 3 times 4x plus 5 plus 4 times 8x plus 1 is going to have to add up to 107. So I think the best thing really to do here is simply to draw some sketches. So we know the area of the first rectangle plus the area of the second rectangle adds up to 107. So draw a picture of that. So what does the first rectangle look like? Well, it's 3 tall and 4x plus 5 wide, plus 4 tall and 8x plus 1 wide. Okay, now again, that's going to change to a number once I figure out what x is, right? And we remember that the area always has to add up to 107. Okay, so let's figure out the area of that first rectangle. So anytime I have a rectangle, what I would do is, like if I had a really simple case here, I'll just draw it right here. If I had a rectangle that was 2 and 3 wide, well, the area would then be 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, the area would be 6. It is no different. It is no different here. So it's 3 multiplied by 4x plus 5. This is called expanding through brackets, removing brackets. It's also called the distributive law. There's a lot of different names for this, but let's remember that we're expanding through brackets. So it's going to be, you have to expand both things inside the bracket. 3 times 4x, that's going to work out to 12x, right? 3 times 5 is 15 plus 15. And that's the simplified equation for the area of this first rectangle. So the area is 12x plus 15. I don't know what x is yet. I'm going to work on that and figure it out. The second rectangle is 4 times 8x plus 1. So it's because it's 4 tall and 8x plus 1 wide. So 4 times 8x is 32 x's. 4 times 1 is 4. So this is the area of the first rectangle. This is the area of the second rectangle. And remember, it's when I add them up, it works out to 107. So what I need to do now is to take the area of the first triangle, the area of the second triangle, and add them up. And remember, I got this issue with like terms again. I can't add up 12x and 15 to make it 27x or 27 because I don't know what x is yet. And x could be any number right now. We don't know what it is. So I add that up. 12x's plus 32x's makes for 44x's. 15 constants plus 4 constants. And notice it's constant because there's not a variable with it, right? 15 plus 4 is 19. Okay, so again, these are variable terms, what we call variable terms, and that's what we call a constant term. Okay, so area 1 plus area 2 is right there. I know the total area was given as 107. Okay, and the inverse operations are going to be minus 19 divided by 44. Again, you would go through BEDMAS and through inverse. So it's 107 minus 19, which is 88. Then it's 88 divided by 44, which is 2. Okay, so we know x is 2. So that means if the area is 107, x has to be 2. Now I can actually go back and get the width of the first rectangle, which is the goal of the question. So the width of the first rectangle is, it's supposed to be 4x plus 5, which is 4 times 2 is 8, plus 5 is 13. Okay, so again, go back, look this over, make sure you understand it. But the purpose of this is expanding through brackets. Have a good day.